Welcome to Primo RV Center and a first look at a brand new debut here for us at Primo RV Center, and that is the new Apex Remote series. We are going to be carrying at the very least 3 of the floor plans. This is the 17R couples floor plan, and we're going to take you through some of the little differences that make the Remote slightly different from our mainline Apex. Starting really up front, we're going to talk about the width. So here we are 7 feet wide versus 7.5 on a typical Nano. So they are gearing this whole line to those smaller, lighter SUVs. So this is going to be a little bit easier to see around. It's also going to drag less wind as well. So if you're looking for something that you could get a little farther off the grid for, something you're going to take some longer trips in, just give you a really great home base to maybe go do other activities, this is really what this series is aimed at. So up front, you're going to have a standard 2-bike rack. So again, talking about bringing things and activities that you may want to kind of use this as a home base for, certainly if you're into biking or mountain biking. Wonderful place to be able to store those bikes where it's out of the way. You can see them, so it's always secure, but it's also not a case where you're going to make your coach longer. So we are 20 feet 8 inches bumper to tongue here, so it's going to fit into a lot of campsites, driveways, storage areas. Again, going to be very, very versatile with about a 17-foot body here. And again, slightly shallower 7-foot width, but you're going to find, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised in terms of what they've packed in here for you. Up top, we do have the same 200-watt solar panel. There is an option on this series to do a factory-built, pretty well off-grid package for most of our clients. That's not necessarily what they're looking to do. It's more a case that they may be looking to extend their stay, so we can help you do that with some 6-volt batteries, additional solar should you feel you need it, or once we do some calculations with you, we can help you figure that out. Up front, you're going to have 2 20-pound tanks underneath your standard cover. You've got room for multiple batteries here. This will come with a disconnect switch as well, so very nice when it goes into storage. You can quickly turn those batteries off, but that solar panel on the roof is still going to be charging those batteries. We've got a great oval-shaped window here in the front. Love the green lights, really, really attractive. Really bodes well and looks great with the lettering they've chosen here on the Remote series. We've also got standard for the Remote series, but not on all of the Apex product lines. We do have a TPS sensor, that little yellow sensor you see there. That's going to tie into the wheels. You're going to have wheel sensors. So should you have an issue, you're going to know about it ahead of time, be able to get over to that side of the road as well. A nice thing here, a standard on all Apex Remote units are the Wrangler tires. So you've got a beefier tire, a little bit bigger tire, but also one that can handle more weight, and is going to have a stronger sidewall. So if you are someone that does like to hit the back roads, maybe some fire roads once in a while, or just in and out of your favorite campgrounds that you know are pretty rough, you're going to get lots of ground clearance here. You're still going to have lots of water capacity, but you're going to have that peace of mind that you've got the 2 standard tires as well as your spare tire that are all those Goodyear Wranglers as well. Up front, just a ton of storage for a small coach. We've got a charging station here that attaches through to your batteries and solar. So you've got 2 USB inputs as well as a 12-volt input as well, so you could use that for a powered cooler if you wish. You're going to see our charge controller here for our 200-watt panel on the roof. Now that charge controller would be good for up to another 200-watt panel, and then you could go more beyond that, but you're going to have to add a different charge controller, and we can certainly help you with that if that's something that you feel you need. You're going to have the same great Azdel construction behind the fiberglass wall here. You actually have a thicker Azdel now used on all of the Apex product lines, so you've got a unit that now better insulates. It's not going to absorb any water. Can't then create mold in your walls. So it's something that's going to help this coach look the same for years on end, which customers absolutely love, especially if they've had issues maybe with a past coach or friends or relatives that have just built-in peace of mind here and built-in insurance policy as well. I love the fact that on a small coach, right from your front cargo hatch, you have your awning starting, and that's going to go right to the absolute very back here. So they've really maximized your awning. That's going to come out a full 8 feet for you, and that's fully lit from one end to the other. So you don't have to bring any other additional lights. You're going to be able to see what you're doing. Plus you've got that great little night light down here. Allows you to see at ground level what's happening. Keep an eye on critters if they're getting into your garbage. We've got the great little Lippert steady steps that will flip into the coach. Really great if you have kids or visitors or anybody's got any unstable footing. You can adjust each individual leg to make sure that it's nice and level and at the proper height for you. And then you've got the standard lend-a-hand here throughout the series as well. So again, you've got something to grab onto if you're on that uneven surface, which this unit certainly lends itself to being out there in the more remote locations. That's the whole focus here. We do have a split in the window here for you, so you will have that bottom half being a seamless window that you can open up and get that airflow in, and even if it's raining, you can enjoy the cool breezes coming in as well. I love the design here for your outdoor sort of kitchen area. So we've got the rack for the Lodge Suburban Griddle here that basically is a table. So if you're traveling, just want to stop for some lunch, you can just pop that out, clip it into place, and you've got a little table. It's a great place to sit and have a coffee, not necessarily bring out the griddle every time, but it's multi-function. So again, a smaller unit using the space really wisely. They've really done a great job here. We've got our quick connect for either the griddle here, or should you bring a barbecue with you, you're all well set up here as well. As we come around the back side, you'll see the location here for your spare tire, and again, that'll be a matching Goodyear Wrangler as well. So you've got LED tail lights here, so nice and bright at night. We do have the new Lippert attachment here, so you can add the Lippert ladder at any time. So should it be important to you to have a ladder with you, we do have the Lippert collapsible ladder that will basically hook into that, so at any time you could have a ladder, and that's something you can add in years coming as well. So we've got a pre-wire for a backup camera, should that be important to you. That is something we keep in stock as an option, always ready to go. And then as we come around to the backside, we're going to have just easy access to all the things that you necessarily would want to here. So we've got our hot water tank here open as we start to prep the unit. We do still have a black tank flush standard, same as our mainline Apex Nano series. Our city water connection, should you have it. Great feature, especially if you're out, say, doing some mountain biking, some hiking, you come back, you're pretty dusty and dirty. Even from the beach, you want to rinse yourself off. You've got a hot and cold shower here, so you can rinse off even just those feet before you come in, keep the coach clean. And then you've got your detachable, about 20-foot long marine 30 amp service here that'll allow you to power up the air conditioning unit. If it wasn't a case where you're using the air conditioning, then you'd have other options in terms of the power as well. We've got our furnace outlet on this side, great feature here as well, which I love, so you don't have that carbon monoxide coming into potentially an area where you're all sitting, especially in the evening. You have that matching size window on the backside, which is certainly crucial if you're going to be out in the backwoods somewhere and maybe not hooked up to power. So you're going to have that flow of air in the middle. You can have those bottom sections open even if it's raining, and you're going to get a nice flow of air. We're also going to have a window here we can open in the bedroom. So this is your emergency exit window. That's going to come out about another 6 inches, so you can leave that open again at night even if it was raining. And then we've got our fill here for our fresh water. So if you do have a smaller, lighter weight vehicle, always a good idea to maybe wait till you're closer to your destination or until you get into the campground, and then you can fill up that water, keeping that coach lighter. This particular coach, with all the features we just saw, is going to come in about $31.56. So it does open up quite a number of vehicles that you can tow with, from SUVs to light trucks to really any vehicle that's designated for towing. So it just brings, again, more and more folks, we think, into a place where the vehicle they have is something they can use with a wonderful little 17R remote by Apex. We'd invite you down to Coachmen RV Center to come have a closer look at this absolutely stunning, brand new 2024 17R Coachmen Apex Remote.